Hey guys, what's up? I got something cool to show you today. 20 years ago, roughly, me and Shauna were shopping at Goodwill in Marion, and I ran across something that has been basically just sitting in this folder here ever since. I'm going to tell you about it. First off, I was browsing around and I saw a poster that caught my eye. It was Beauty and the Beast, Disney's Beauty and the Beast poster, and it was in a big gold frame. And it caught my eye for a couple of reasons. One, it didn't really fit in the frame right, which I thought was weird. Two, there was a second poster like kind of sticking out behind it, which was kind of interesting. And then three, I just really like Disney's Beauty and the Beast, okay? So I was like, yeah. So I go check out the poster, and I move the Beauty and the Beast, like I kind of could get into the back of the poster, and I slide the Beauty and the Beast poster over, and this is what I found behind it inside the frame, like barely creeping out. Okay, this is a poster of the 1987-1988 Utah Jazz basketball team. It has a pinhole right here where it's been hung up on somebody's wall. One pinhole. It's been folded in 4 ways, and it is signed by every member of the team and staff. Now, you'd probably think, well, everybody got one of those, right? So if you start looking at this close, you can see these, and I was like, what have I found? And I'm like, no, that's not real. And I start looking close, and I'm like, wait a minute. You can start looking, you can see these signatures, they're not printed. They're not part of the poster. They're written on here. They're written in ink on here, Sharpie. And it's pretty obvious when you start looking at it. The Sharpie's deteriorated in some places. It's not nearly as black on some signatures as others, and the poster is so haphazardly signed and kind of just a sloppy mess with the way they've signed it, you know, big, little here and there. I was like, this isn't like some actual printed poster. This is real. Now, here's the cool part. This guy right here, Jerry Sloan, he's from here. He's a Southern Illinois resident. I think he still lives here. He's like an NBA Hall of Famer, I guess. I don't really know. Let me be real honest with you. I don't like basketball. I don't like sports in general. I just don't care about this stuff at all. I only bought this because I thought, that's got to be worth something. And then I put it in a folder, and I don't know. I mean, I just kind of forgot about it. And I bought this like in 2005. So anyway, I also bought the Beauty and the Beast poster. So this has been sitting around for that long, and I suddenly realized that I'm very, very, very lucky that A, I just haven't like lost it, B, the cats haven't peed on it or tore it up. Our cats like to do that, and C, that I actually found it. So if you're a sports memorabilia collector, I'm listing this on eBay. I don't want it, but I want to get the most money I possibly can out of it. And because of its condition, I'm sure that it's not the most valuable item in the world. But we're talking about Jerry Sloan's signature. I mean, these are, and I would say I don't know anything about basketball, but you know, I've heard of Karl Malone. He's on here. I've heard of John Stockton. He's on here. And then I'm sure that like all these other guys are like awesome too. I mean, like I'm sure somebody like Bart Kofed, Terry Clark. Looks like an assistant coach. I'm sure these guys, you know, like Dave Fredman. Who wouldn't want Dave Fredman's signature? So let me show you this again. I'm just showing this because I want to show it. I thought it was cool. Like I said, this thing's been put up for a long time. And I'm going to post, you know, like high quality images of it. I took it to a sports memorabilia shop. I didn't take it anywhere, actually. But one day I was driving around and I stopped at a sports memorabilia shop in Southern Illinois. I think the one in Carterville. And I told him I had this, and the guy's like, yeah, John, Jerry Sloan lives around here. And I'm like, yeah. And I said, so probably he gave this to somebody like in 1988, and they pinned it on their wall. It's got, like I said, it's got a little pinhole in the top. They stuck it on their wall and hung it up. And then how did it end up like behind the Beauty and the Beast poster? Was she like a little girl, I guess? And then she's like, I don't really care about these guys, but I want to, I don't know. It's just so weird that it was like, and like I said, only a little bit of it was sticking out from the corner. Like I was like, what's that other poster back there? 2-for-1 deal. I took it to that shop, and those guys were like, yeah, you got to get that authenticated. You'll have to send it in. And I said, well, how much would it cost to get authenticated? And the guy's like, probably like $400. And I said, $400? And he goes, yeah, it's really expensive to get that many signatures authenticated. And I said, okay. And I said, well, wouldn't it make sense that if one of them was real, that they would all be real? And he goes, you don't work that way. You have to get them all. And he said, so it'd be about $400. And he said, now, I said, well, if it's authenticated, what do you think it's worth? And he goes, probably about $400. And I just said, well, thanks for your time, sir. And I left. But anyway, I have no idea what this is worth. If you want to comment below, if you're a sports collector and want to comment below, then please let me know what you think it's worth. But it's on eBay right now, or it will be very soon. See you.